Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we are going to learn a very important tool in MS Excel that is called as data table. In our day-to-day language, we call it as sensitivity table or sensitivity analysis, right? So firstly, we'll be learning what is meaning of sensitivity analysis, what is its importance. Then we'll be moving towards performing this on MS Excel. So firstly, let us talk about models. I can summarize any model in the world, any model, like the most complex models in the world into this form, right? Whenever you give it some input, it will give you some output. It could be a very simple model, like say a linear equation, 2x plus 7 is equals to y. So whenever x is given as input, you will get your output in the form of y. Let's say if x is equals to 2, your y would be equals to 2 multiplied by 2 plus 7, that is equals to 11. So if your input is 2, your output is 11, right? This is one very basic model. There could be model with few inputs all the way to few hundreds of inputs, right? There could be very complex models in the world which could have n number of inputs, and that will determine the output. All of us should appreciate here that if there is any change in input, if I change input, my output will change. Like in this simple example, if my input 2 changes from, like if my input of x changes from 2 to 5, my output will be 2 multiplied by 5 plus 7, that is equals to 17. So whenever input is changing, my output is also changing, right? And this analysis of changes is called as sensitivity analysis. Whenever there is changes in inputs, what will be the impact on your outputs? How sensitive output is to the changes in inputs is basically sensitivity analysis, right? Whenever my inputs are changing, what is the impact on my outputs? If I put all the inputs that are available to me and I give all the outputs in a table, that will become my sensitivity table, right? If I write my inputs here and here, and if I get my outputs here, that will give me my sensitivity table or data tables in language of Excel. So we are going to learn about data tables in MS Excel. But let me tell you, there is a serious limitation with data tables tool provided by MS Excel. That is, it can only deal with two inputs at a time. So if it is dealing with one input at a time, it is called as single variable sensitivity. That is, what will be the impact on your output if your one variable changes. This is called as single variable sensitivity. And Excel can deal with two variables at a time. That is, it can deal with say x and y. If we are dealing with two variables at a time, what if x and y changes? What will be the value of my output? That is called as two variable sensitivity, right? So let us learn how to perform this on MS Excel. Hello everyone. So let us start. We are going to try to solve this problem using sensitivity analysis. We would be learning one variable sensitivity and two variable sensitivity. But before we move ahead, I would like to take few seconds from your precious time and would like to introduce you to the MS Excel course curated by Wall Street School, specially designed for aspirants who are looking for job in core finance field. MS Excel is one of those very important software which you need to learn if you want to make good career in core finance jobs. In this course, we start from the very basic and we go all the way to advanced level. So if you are interested to join this course, you can find for a link for this in the description below. Now with that being said, now let us jump back to our problem. Right, so let us read this problem. Following is the monthly report on operation of Tron Incorporation, a tea bag manufacturer. Okay, so Tron is a tea bag manufacturer who have sold 7,000 units per month. Okay, selling price per unit is $50. Cost to them per unit is $30. So profit margins are 50 minus 30, that is $20. Okay, and here a snippet of their profit and loss account is given. So sales is nothing but units sold multiplied by selling price, that is 7,000 multiplied by 50, 3,50,000. Cost is 7,000 multiplied by 30, that is units sold multiplied by cost per unit, and their profit margin is 3,50,000 minus 2,10,000, that is 1,40,000. Now the objective is to increase profits next month. Okay, so they want to increase the profits. For that, the management have suggested either you can increase the units sold, that is increase the number of units sold, and keep these things constant, and ultimately your profits will increase. Profit per unit will remain same, but number of units sold will increase and your profit will ultimately increase. This is the first alternative available. Secondly, keep the sales level at 7,000 units and make some alteration in your selling price, cost, and with the help of that your profit per unit will change and ultimately your total profits will change. So let us read this. Management is planning to increase profits for next month and wants to know what would be the monthly profits at following sales level, assuming that they are able to maintain current selling price and cost price in future also. So they are planning to sales these many units: 7,500, 8,100, 8,700, 9,300, 9,900, and 10,500. So like they are planning to sell these many units and they want to know, okay, what if we sell 7,500 units, what would be our profits, assuming that our selling price, our cost and profit per unit are constant. Whatever they were last month, they would continue to hold in future also. So we can solve this. The one way to solve this is, maybe instead of writing 7,000 here, firstly hard punch 7,500, your profit will be 1,50,000. Then hard punch 8,100, your profits will be 1,62,000. But it is a very laborious process, right? We can solve this problem using one variable sensitivity. So let's solve this using one variable sensitivity. I want to know my profits at these level of sales. So firstly, what I want to know is profit. So I'll simply link profits here. This will become my operator. This will become my operator for sensitivity table that we are going to create. What do I mean by operator? This is something that I want. That is, I want to know the impact of these sales on my total profits. So while creating sensitivity table, you should always ask what is the answer that you want. Your answer in this case is you want to know the profit levels. So this will become your operator of sensitivity table, right? And make sure these profits are linked with your unit sold. So they are not directly linked, but they are indirectly linked, right? 1,40,000 is a function of 3,50,000 and 2,10,000, and 3,50,000 and 2,10,000 are function of 7,000. So if I make a change here, this will automatically change, right? Make sure these two things. So let's create data table here. For this, I'll be selecting this thing. Only my profits are sensitive to one variable in this case, that is number of units sold. So I've selected this part. I want to fill in profits here. So I've selected this part. Then I'll go to data, what if analysis, and then in this I'll go to data tables. Now it is asking me what, in which row or column your variable is there. In this case, my variable is given in column A, right? All the variables are given in column A, and no variable is given in row number 18, 19, 20. Variables are given in column number A. So row input, I don't have to do anything. For column input, your variable is this, right? 7,000 will be variable, like will be changing to 7,500, 8,100. So if this is X, it could take these values. So this is your variable, and press OK. And simply we have our profits, right? And if you are presenting it to management, maybe give it some nice formatting. So you can say at 7,500 level, we will be earning $1,50,000. At 8,100, you would be earning $1,62,000. At 10,500 units sold per month, you would be earning $2,10,000. This is simply one variable sensitivity. Okay, now let us move towards part number 2 of this problem. Management wants to know what would be the monthly profits at current level of units sold. So if they continue to sell 7,000 units in the next month also, but if they change selling price and cost, so if selling price is increasing from 50 to 55, and to maybe sell goods at a higher price, they have to increase the quality of the goods. So cost incurred is increasing from 30 to 32, right? So a matrix is given. This is the cost level and this is the selling price level. They want us to give their monthly profits, assuming that the units to be sold remains constant. Okay. So one way to solve this is, maybe if I want to know what is my profit at 55 selling price and 32 cost, I can manually hard punch this data here and get this answer, maybe note it down somewhere and do the same process for these many times, right? But this is not feasible. It will take lots of time. So let me press Ctrl Z and let us try to solve this problem using two variable sensitivity. So two variables here are my selling price and my cost price. Here the one variable was number of units sold. Okay, so let us do this. For this I need to arrange this data in a particular manner. So I want this cost data vertically, so maybe let me copy paste here, and I want this sales data horizontally. So let me copy this and I want it horizontally. So I'll say Alt E S V and E. Basically I'll be transposing this data and press OK. So this is my cost, this is my selling price. For better identification, let's name this. So I'll just merge cells here and we'll write here selling price, and maybe we'll merge cells here and we'll write here cost price. Okay, let me align it in middle. Okay, now if you see, I can form a rectangle here, and the apex, the starting point of this rectangle is this cell, an intersection of this vertical data and this horizontal data is this cell. Let me color it, maybe using yellow color. So here you have to place your operator. Here operator is the answer that you want in these cells. Still the answer you want is profits at these level of selling price and cost price. So I'll simply link this operator from here. Right now I can simply select this data and go to data and then what if analysis and then data tables. Now it is asking me what data you have in your rows. So in my row I have this 37th row contains data of selling price. So my input for row is this selling price. Then it is asking what data is there in your column. My cost data is in my column. So my column input would be this cost and I press OK. And this is the profit level that I'll be having. So at 55 rupees or $55 selling price and $32 cost, my profits would be 1,61,000 and so on so forth. And if you observe diagonally, that is selling price is 55 and cost is 65, we would be making losses of 70,000. This is the maximum losses that we can suffer, and the maximum profits that one can earn is by selling at the highest price possible and with the lowest cost possible. So diagonally opposite, this is the highest value in this entire data table and this is the lowest value. So this is the rightmost top column and this is leftmost bottom column. These are the highest and the lowest values. And since you are presenting this to management, maybe give it a nice formatting, and now management can see very easily, okay, if we sell say at $75 per unit and our cost is 53, we would be making profit of $1,54,000. So this is how you create two variable sensitivity. The variables here were selling price and cost price. If you change this X variable, let's call it as selling price, and Y variable, let's call it as cost, then what would be the impact on profits? You just calculated it here. So this is how you run sensitivity in Excel. That's it for this video. If you have any queries related to this video or in general related to investment banking or CFA, feel free to reach us at thewallstreetschool.com or in the comment section below. Thank you. Bye-bye.